When we made our record, we kind of were used to working and doing our demos in Glasgow, and everything had to be done slowly. And then we met a guy, John Kelly, who produced our first record, and just said, "Look, just go in and do what you do as musicians when you play, and enjoy it. Listen to each other. That the key to making music is listening. It's always been the key to listen to what everyone else is doing and feeding off that." And that's what we did when we made Raintown, and virtually every other record we've done. And so that's the only thing we know how to do. So we can't really reinvent the wheel, unfortunately. We can write new songs, but we kind of do it in the way that we've always done it.
Is it still exciting, once you've done that and you've recorded the album, to get out on the road and to see what audiences make of it? Is that still exciting?
It's a little bit frightening. I won't lie to you. It's always a little bit, There's always a feeling of the first night you play a song, it's never quite right. You always kind of play it to about 75% and slightly tentative. So it's always good just to get that bit over.
The last 6 or 7, maybe 8 years have been incredible, haven't they? You've not stopped recording, really, have you?
We just got in a creative role, and I think that we feel better when we're being creative, producing new material, and that spills over into the audience, who I think enjoy seeing a band who are being creative. I mean, sometimes that, you know what the audience is like. I'm the same as any other person. I went to a show recently where a guy said, I'm now going to say the sentence that no audience wants to hear. I'm going to do a new song, which is like, thought, well, that's kind of true. But the thing is, I think also people want you to feel that they're watching someone who's not died 15 years ago, and it's just going through the motions.
The band have done separate projects and come back together again. I mean, you've written for all sorts of people as well, the likes of James Blunt and Katie Tunstall, and the list is endless, actually. Is it different when you're writing stuff for Deacon Blue rather than writing for other artists?
Yeah, it is different. I mean, sometimes we've managed to do a song where I have been in a writing session with someone and it's gone really well and I've kind of owned the song a bit. But yeah, it's different because sometimes when you write for someone else or with a view to someone else doing the song, you're sort of, if you're writing with them, you're thinking they're going to sing it. So it's different, the kind of thing you would naturally go with yourself. If you're trying to second guess what an artist is going to sing, you tend to, maybe not write the lyrics that's deep in your, that you would naturally go to. So I think the great thing about writing for yourself is you don't have to explain it to anyone. You just go, no, this is what I want to do. And I often, people, sometimes I would get publishers or record companies say, oh, all I want is, can you just give me a Real Gone Kid or a Dignity? And so I know what would happen if I handed you Dignity, and you'd never heard it before. You go, what? It's like, what's that all about? It's not even a chorus. It's rubbish. It's like, so, it's totally different.
They're all different style singers as well. James Blunt, completely different to Emma Bunton,
Absolutely.
Will Young, and Jamie Cullum. They're all different, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly. So you're thinking around their kind of voicing and also what they want to say and not say and all that kind of stuff.
Deacon Blue obviously opened up lots of different avenues for you as well. I mean, all this sort of stuff you could never have dreamt of when you were a lad growing up in Dundee, I guess.
Absolutely true. I mean, I'll tell you something, and this is me as a kid now, and my son Seamus, he's 19 actually, but he's become a Dundee United supporter as well. So
there's two of you now.
I know, exactly. It feels like that, I tell you. Poor soul's been inflicted with it. But I'm going up to present the Player of the Year awards, which is like, honestly, that's like, me as a kid, I just couldn't have believed that. So, and I bumped into one of the players the other day, and I was looking at him going, I'm coming up to you to do your awards. And he's looking at me like, who's this weirdo that's kind of talking to me? It's like, but yes. So there's things like that I just thought that would never happen, and I get very excited by.